One of the things we may wish to enter on a site plan will be to put trees and plants somewhere on the site. To do that, underneath the Massing and Site tab, we can find there's an option there for Site Components. Select on Site Component, look underneath Properties, and here we can see that there's a variety of different types of shrubs, plants, and trees that we can place inside of our Revit project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look here on the list. I'm going to select red maple down toward the bottom, and I'm going to pick a few spots where I want to have some red maple trees. I'll put one over here close to my building so we can see it pretty easily, and a few more over here, so maybe it's kind of a nice little wooded area. Let's put a few plants or shrubs next to the building. Just sort of go through here and pick ones that you might like to place. I'm going to pick this tiny little Japanese fern. And you can see how the scale is different depending on the plant that you place. I'll put just a few more in here on the site. Also, put a few shrubs in. And put a few of those in these locations. One of the things that you can see is depending on the type of plant that it is, it'll have a different symbol for different types of plants. The interesting thing is, though, is that if it comes time to render these plants, they will all render as the type of plant that they actually are. Now, let's take a look at this inside of a 3D view. Now, we can either come up to 3D, or we have a camera currently outside of our building that should enable us to see what this looks like. Double-click on 3D View 1. Here, we can see the different plantings that are at the outside of our building. The little bushes, the big tree here in the background. If we want to expand this view out, we can select on the box going around the outside of the view, click on the control button, and pull it out slightly. Same way here, pull it out slightly to see what our building looks like with these bushes and trees. Now, the most interesting thing about these kind of objects is that they're not hosted directly to a level. They're actually hosted to the site. So if the site slopes down, each of the trees, each of the bushes will come in at the appropriate height to be able to sit at the site at that elevation. So to place trees, bushes around the outside of your building, simply come up to Massing and Site and then choose your site components and place them anywhere you need them around your building.